Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. How is everybody this week? I'm just thrilled to be on here with you guys. And today I'm going to share my birth story for my son Jeremiah, who was born October 21st. So he is just a little over a week old now. And I just wanted to make that the focus of this live video. So yeah. So I was on October 21st, on the day he was born. I'm just going to start at the beginning and tell you the whole thing and tell you just how meaningful it was to me and how special it was. So Jeremiah is my sixth child. And on October 21st, which is turned out to be the day he was born, I was 41 weeks pregnant. And 41 weeks for me is the longest I've ever gone. So my other kids were born at 38 and 39 weeks. I had one baby that I made it to my due date with, and that was my second child, Annalise. But all of my other babies were born a week to 10 days early. So for me to make it to 41 weeks just felt like crazy weird. I had been the week before at 40 weeks when I had gone to my doctor's appointment. I had been 2 centimeters dilated and 60% effaced. And so between 40 weeks and 41 weeks, I've been doing just all the things to try to get my body to go into labor. I had been going on walks and doing Zumba and taking evening primrose oil and drinking red raspberry leaf tea by the teapot full and just doing lots and lots of things. And I wasn't sure if anything was working. I was just praying that it was working. And that whole week, I just felt really anxious. I was ready to go into labor. I was a little concerned with how long I was staying pregnant because I'm like, it just didn't feel normal to me. It just felt weird. And I was just ready to have that baby. And contractions would start throughout the day, and I'd be like, yes, it's starting. And then they'd just kind of fizzle out, and they'd never get stronger, consistent. And I'd go to bed like, oh, another day I didn't have this baby. So on Thursday, October 21st, I went to my doctor, and he checked me, and he was like, ooh, you are 5 centimeters dilated. And I'm like, woo, that is the best news you could have ever told me, Dr. Vic. I'm just so excited. So yeah, I was 5 centimeters dilated. And so he stripped my membranes and hooked me up to a contraction monitor. And contractions were still like doing next to nothing. So then another doctor came in, the doctor who actually delivered my baby. And she's like, okay, I'm going to try to strip your membranes again. And then you're going to walk over to the hospital and get admitted. And you're going to have this baby. And I was like, yes. So she did it again. And I walked over to the hospital, and the doctor's office is in the hospital. So I walked over to labor and delivery, and I called my husband, and I was like, you need to go take the kids to pick the kids up from school, take them to the babysitter, grab my hospital bag, and come to the hospital because we're having a baby. It was crazy. It was nuts. So by the time he got there, the doctor came in, and she said, I'm going to break your water, and you're going to have this baby really fast. And I was like, hot dog, let's do it. Now, let me back up and give you a little bit of information on my other birth. So my first baby, Hadassah, was born in 2013. I had an emergency C-section with her. And then all 4 of my other babies and Jeremiah, so all 5 of my other babies, I had VBACs, which if you don't know what a VBAC is, it's a vaginal birth after cesarean. And all of my births, I was just very blessed to have completely natural childbirth. I didn't do an epidural. I didn't do any kind of pain meds. And that my births are typically around 17 hours long. I had my son Jonathan, I was only in labor for about 4 hours, but all of my other labors were between 17 and 20 hours. And so, but I never was dilated to 5 centimeters right away either. So, I went to the hospital. She broke my water. Contractions just started really strong. She offered to put me on Pitocin. I said, no, let's hold off on that. I don't think I'm going to need it. So normally I have a doula with me, but the hospital wouldn't allow my doula to come in. And so that was kind of hard, but I did get on FaceTime with my doula, my friend Terry Robinson, who's a member of our group. And she was my doula every time. So that was helpful to at least have her on FaceTime. She could help me breathe through the contractions and focus and not panic. And about 2 hours after she broke my water, the doctor came back in and she said, okay, I've got this other I've got this other delivery that's about to happen, but I wanted to check you first because this is your 6th baby. Things could happen really fast. So she checked my dilation. She's like, you're at 10, you're ready to push. I said, yes. So I started pushing. I pushed for 10 minutes and he was born He was born 2.5 hours after she broke my water. So I had a 2.5 hour labor. That was incredible. And it was just amazing. He was 8 pounds even, which is my biggest baby. All my other babies were in the 6 pound range. And so that's quite a big difference. And he was just wonderful. And I just can't describe to you how empowering that birth experience was. That's what I was hoping for. That's what I was praying for. And I just love all things to do with pregnancy and birth. That's probably why I have so many kids. And so we were at the hospital for 2 nights and then came home, and my other kids have just been in love. They have just been just so excited to see their baby brother, and especially my little Andrew. And that's what I was most excited about, was seeing Andrew interact with baby Jeremiah, because Andrew's only 16 months old, and he's the only one who hasn't, up until now, who has not had the experience of welcoming home a new younger sibling. So at first when he saw Jeremiah, he was like, I don't know what that is. Get it away from me. And so, but then the other kids started holding Jeremiah, and then Andrew was like, oh, I want to hold him. And so now he's just holding him and kissing him, and he's very, very protective, which is really cute. So that is my birth story. I'm just breastfeeding at home and enjoying this precious postpartum season, and I'm feeling really good. I've recovered really well, and I'm just loving cuddling with my little baby and being at home with Lydia and Andrew while my older kids are at school, and just adjusting to this new normal. It's just been awesome. So I just wanted to plug one thing in before I close this video. I hope you all have enjoyed my birth story. I've been waiting to share this with you all, but I wanted to share with you. So this past weekend we did Mommy Brain. We did the Oily Coaching Revolution virtual conference, and it was amazing. So if you did not get to watch the conference and you still want to watch, there is an option to get lifetime access to watch the conference and to get a free 2-on-1 coaching call with myself and another life coach, another law of attraction coach, Kate Penwern Thompson. And she and I both co-hosted the conference. It was amazing. There were 9 life coaches, counting myself and Kate, 2 Young Living Diamonds. It was just an incredible gold nugget conference. I don't know how else to explain it. It was amazing, and I wish you could have been part of it, but if you didn't get to watch it, so I'm going to include the link to register in the description of this video. Right now, you can register for $27. You can get lifetime access to watch this entire conference, which was Friday night and all day Saturday. So, 9 hours of conference, and actually, 10 hours of life coaching, free life coaching. And it was incredible. And you also get a 2-on-1 coaching session with myself and Kate. And that's something that we can schedule once you register. So I hope you guys will register, because this is going to be incredible. And if you're interested in getting more oily content, I'll also put a link to another group that we have created specifically for our oily coaching. And this is the Oily Coaches Revolution Facebook group. So I will see you guys.